Hi, today I'm going to talk about authenticity. I know we see that word everywhere, it's very popular, but I really do like the word authenticity and what it represents. So, how we can be more authentic in our lives, how we can show up with authenticity to our relationships. It is connected to having healthy relationships with ourselves, with the world around us, the people in our lives. Because if we're not showing up authentically, then how are we able to have healthy relationships on the foundation of vulnerability? So, yes, let's talk about this, guys. I will share some of my personal experiences, yes. I share my experiences in hoping that you can relate to these experiences as well. Maybe you have a different experience. We are all different, but regardless, I will share my experience today. So, authenticity. I have had to learn this in my life. It has taken me many, many years to actually be comfortable in my own skin. I always felt a bit different because I am introverted, so I tended to just look at the world, observe, not say much, and then wonder why I couldn't find my place in the world because I felt very different and alienated from the people around me. And I'm sure most of us go through that at some stage in our lives. So some of us at more times than others. So I know I'm not unique in feeling alienated at times. But yes, I think that we go through experiences in our lives. We experience things that perhaps are in contrast with our nature. So this helps us. We might be in jobs that drain us. We might be in relationships that also drain us and are not very healthy, but we experience the contrast because we know what that, having gone through that and felt such intense pain or such intense disconnection from ourselves, it helps us to recognize when we are off track. So that in some ways, many ways, you could argue that by experiencing what we don't want, what is unwanted, it helps us to recognize, it helps us to come closer to what it is that we do want in our life. So, anyway, I will come back to the subject of authenticity, how it's related. So, I think going through those situations, painful situations, or just experiencing things that just don't resonate with us. We're like, well, this doesn't feel very good. Like, I don't like this. Or feeling isolated, feeling like you don't belong, feeling like something's just missing. I think every experience that we go through, it helps us to find that clarity through time, over time, and in hindsight, we're able to look back and be like, hey, this helped me to actually be more authentic, because I needed to be myself in order to survive or in order to overcome this situation in some ways. I mean, it doesn't happen automatically, but it happens over time. Yeah, but yeah, being authentic and showing up in the world as our most authentic selves. It sounds simple enough, it sounds easy enough, but it really isn't easy sometimes. It really, most of the time, it isn't, because we may be going against, in most cases, we're going against everything that we have been told, to be obedient, to follow the rules, to do what society expects. So the moment society and the people around us expect, so the moment that we decide to do something different, to travel down a different path, the people around us and our environment, everything around us may be like, are you crazy? Like, what are you doing? Like, they may be telling us that we're not following the right path, but only we know what is right for us. Only we know what is right for us. So in a lot of cases, it means following our heart, going against all that programming, going against all the conditioning that has told us that this is how you need to live in order to have a happy, successful, fulfilled life. You need to follow these set of rules. So yes, it's uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable following your heart, having the courage to follow your heart and choose differently. But we choose differently because it is in alignment with who we truly are. It is in alignment with our authentic selves. But there is a cost to not following our heart. There is a cost to not being authentic, to not showing up in our most authentic way, in the most authentic version of ourselves. And we know it. We know it. We can feel it in our bodies when we're not being authentic. We just know it. And it doesn't feel good because we feel like we're going through our days as an imposter. Because in many ways we are. So I'm not saying that it's easy. And definitely through my experience, I've had to make many decisions that went against the grain, and I had to take risks, and I've leapt into decisions without knowing the outcome. Generally speaking, I am the type of person that plays it safe. But I have also learnt through life experiences that have told me that, hey, that doesn't always work. That's by playing it safe, it's costing you. It's actually costing you more. So I have taken risks, I've taken chances in my life, and although at that time it has felt scary as hell because there has been no foreseeable step or something for me to latch onto, that security, that stability. But I guess that is also the whole point in taking chances and taking risks, is venturing into that unknown. But it's trusting in something that is bigger than your human self. It is trusting in your intuition. It is trusting in your higher self. Because that is what has happened every time that I have taken that leap. I have trusted that voice inside of me that just kept me. It was persistent. It continued. I couldn't silence the voice anymore. So if you have felt that, I hope that you also listen to that voice, because it's there for a reason. May we all have the courage to follow our hearts and to show up in the world as our most authentic self, because the world needs us. So, yes, by showing up in the world authentically, that means that is a byproduct is having healthy relationships. So, my message to you, follow your heart, show up authentically. How can you be more authentic in your life? Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.